Popham fam, Hispanic here, coach of your Reno Acerola. And this is week 3 of the ICBA. We are taking on Aberforth and his Newcastle Umbreons. I know this upload's being late. I know this upload's late. I don't have a cap card, so I rely on my boy Johnny GB to get my recordings. And well, yeah, he's been busy IRL, so the recording came a little late. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. I give big props to him too for recording my games because he's really the only reason I could be in this league, as I don't have a capture card. He also gen my team for this week, so shout outs to him for that. Really great guy. And also shout outs to my front office for helping me prep for this week, especially my boys, especially Spedshed and Jay. Those two have really been active in my front office lately. Those two have really been the most active guys in my front office. I have other people there that have also helped out, but they've been helping out the most. So shout outs to them for that. I think Spedshed has a channel. I'm not. I know JT's doesn't, but I think Spedshed has a channel. If he does, it'll be linked down below, so you should check him out. Anyway, here we are, week 3 against a fourth Newcastle Umbreons. In case you haven't seen, we won last week against Equa and the Worcester Wolverines. Mega Metagross picking up, Mega Metagross finishing off a nice 4-0 sweep because, yeah, Mega Metagross getting a nice 4-0 sweep there, which is great. I think Mega Gross is now 3rd place in the MVP race after that game. So great. Good shit. And let's take a look at what Aberforth could have possibly brought to this game. As always, he will be linked down below along with all the other ICBA coaches, so you should check them out. They're great people here, great people. Aberforth is actually participating in the GBA D League, so be on the lookout for those battles on his channel too, along with this one. I think he should have uploaded this by now. Whatever. All right, let's take a look at what Aberforth could have possibly brought. He could have brought Tapu Bulu, Thundi T, Heatran, Suicune, Kyurem, Shaman, Aerodactyl, Liepard, Primeape, and Sunfisk, and Deoxys Speed Form. All right, he brought a team I didn't expect at all. Like, the Liepard I had as a maybe. I didn't expect the Primeape at all. Suicune I knew was coming, because that's probably his best check to Mega Metagross. Shaman I expected to come. My team does have a hard time with dealing with a fat Shaman. And Tran, actually, I didn't expect to come. I thought I had enough answers to it. I thought I had enough answers to it. All right, anyway, here's what I brought on Aberforth. I have here a Landorus Incarnate with it's really a suicide lead Landorus. I was trying to capitalize on the fact that he doesn't have good hazard removal on his team. I believe he only has one spinner. Let me take a look real quick. He has only one defogger, and that's Aerodactyl, and he didn't bring it. Meaning that I could just lead Landorus and get up rocks. Really, only thing I wanted Landorus to do this game was get up rocks and then boom on either Suicune or Shaman. I felt dealing with either Suicune or Shaman early could have been really beneficial to my team. Getting big damage on either one of them could be nice, as Suicune prevents Mega Metagross from doing work, and Shaman, well, I do have Ice Punch on my Mega Metagross. So I really wanted the boom on Suicune. That was Lando's go. I wanted to boom on Suicune more than Shaman, but I wouldn't be mad with booming on Shaman either. Terrakion is a Scarf set. Just a standard Scarf set, really. Mega Metagross, like I said, it has Ice Punch, Bullet Punch as well. Just a standard wall-breaking Mega Metagross. I think it had Bullet Punch, Ice Punch, Meteor Mash, and I forgot my last move. I know it wasn't Thunder Punch, but I don't remember what my last move was. This battle happened, as you can see, on September 4th. So I'm recording this on, I think, September 8th, 4 days later. So yeah, as you can see, a little off. Serena is a Fizz Def set, I believe, with Rapid Spin, High Jump Kick. No, Serena was an offensive set. I had a tech on this, but he didn't bring. I'm not gonna reveal what he didn't bring before. You can probably realize it just by looking at this video. I had a tech on this Serena, but I'm not gonna reveal it because number one, he didn't bring them on for it. And number two, I will say this though, I did run enough speed to outspeed a bulky Heatran. So this thing was meant to click High Jump Kick on a bulky Heatran. But it was also meant to do something else that I won't reveal. We have here also a Mimikyu with, I believe I had Expert Belt on it. I don't remember this team that much. It was SD Mimikyu. That's really... No, it wasn't SD. Yeah, it was SD. No, I had Spooky Plate. With SD, Shadow Claw, Woodhammer, and Shadow Sneak. This thing was meant to pick off his Deoxys Speed, potentially. I really wanted to hit Deoxys Speed with priority, because I knew I wasn't outspeeding that thing. I think it even outspeeds Scarf Manetric. I didn't bring Scarf Manetric, so actually it doesn't outspeed my Terrakion. My Terrakion was made to outspeed a max speed Jolly, max speed with boosting nature on his Deoxys speed. So my Terrakion actually does outspeed Deoxys speed. My Manetric was supposed to be an expert belt set with sub I think it was sub HP ground overheat and I forgot the fourth move. I think it was sub. Bear with me here. I made this team a while ago. Sub HP ground overheat. I think electric stab. I forgot it was Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. Probably Volt Switch. But I did end up bringing the wrong Manetric for this fight. The Manetric I brought was a Specs Manetric with overheat, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and HP Ice. It was a Manetric I had for, I think it was PBA, because I had Manetric in PBA Season 6 or Season 5, whatever the hell. I forgot what season PBA was. I dropped out of PBA, by the way, so don't expect uploads from that anytime soon. So yeah, I brought a Manetric from last season in PBA. It actually didn't really affect the game too much. He had some massive misjennings on his team. I'll reveal them as the game goes on. All right, that's his. Well, we both kind of had misjennings then. Well, but mine was really a misgen. I'm just stupid. I brought the wrong one. I didn't realize it till after I selected my lead. I was like, wait, that Manetric has a different nickname than the one I intended to bring. Shit. It was kind of like, oh shit, I'll roll with it. See what happens. All right, so let's get right into this battle. As stated before, I was immediately leading. As stated before, I was immediately leading with Landorus. I didn't care what he was going to lead with. Landorus was my dedicated lead 100%. As I lead with my boy Hoochmonger, the Landorus incarnate, as he decides to lead with his Kaiba, which was, I think, his Tran. Yeah, it was his Tran. So he probably thinks I predicted him here, but I was 100% going for rocks either way. I didn't care if he went for HP Ice. If he had HP Ice, that's fine. And he ends up switching out into his Primeape right away, making me think that this Primeape is Choice Scarfed. Now, see, I really didn't need my Landorus that much, and I knew I had a Focus Sash, and I had a Focus Sash on this Landorus anyway, so even if he went for Ice Punch, I would have lived 100%. Turns out this was the first misgen of the game. His Jenner forgot to put Ice Punch on his Primeape. He told me after the game that his Primeape was meant to have Ice Punch, and it didn't have it. He ends up here clicking the U-turn instead. Probably going to break my Sash here. Probably just going for break my Sash, yeah. I believe I just went for Earthquake just for damage. I think he goes into his Shaman here. Yeah, Joey, that was his Shaman, I think. I probably should have clicked Knockoff, but I was thinking he was... I probably should have clicked Knockoff just to knock off this Shaman's item. And I see that Earthquake does a metric ton. It ends up being a crit, but just from that, I kind of think he's offensive, because that did a lot. That was a resisted hit, and I am Jolly. So I just go into my... Baylor here, my Serena, just in case he decides to go for a Seed Flare, because Seed Flare would take me out if he's an offensive variant, and Serena, I don't take any hit from this thing, and he probably wasn't going to go for an Air Slash. So I do go in here. He does reveal the Seed Flare. It ends up doing decent damage to my Serena. I am Fizz Def, and he does reveal to be offensive Shaman, so this thing is really no concern. I would rather have it face an offensive Shaman than a defensive one. As he goes with Seed Flare again, and that brings me down to... Yeah, he gets a Spin F drop, no big deal. I think I just go for High Jump Kick and kill this thing. Yeah, I do go for the High Jump Kick. I maybe would have went for Acrobat. I maybe should have gone for... Okay, the tech is revealed. I had Tanga Berry on this thing to take a potential Mega Horn from his Bulu and then kill it back with Acrobatics. I was thinking about going for the Acrobatics on his Shaman, but I was afraid it wouldn't kill. High Jump Kick was a guaranteed kill, so I went for that. He goes into his Heatran here, and I'm 100% stacking my Serena here. I really don't see the point, and I really don't need it this game. Unless he gets rocks up here, it could spin them away. But if I get damage on this Heatran, that could potentially negate that. And I didn't want him getting rocks up for free. As you can see, he does go for rocks here, expecting my switch. I do stay in, and he does reveal to be a fast Tran, because I did EV this House Beat Bulky Tran. And I end up just going right for the High Jump Kick on the Heatran. And he does end up tanking it, which is okay. And this was the second big misgen of the game. As you can see, he switches out here. He was supposed to have Flamethrower on this Heatran. He ended up having Magma Storm instead. So out of fear of risking the miss, he switched out. After risking the risk and potentially losing his heat trend, he switched out. I disagree with. I mean, even if you have Magma Storm, I think you risk it anyway. Because even if you hit, because I was clicking Rapid Spin this turn no matter what. Because even if he hit the, because even if he hit the Rapid Spin, even if he hit the Magma Storm, then I don't spin away these rocks, and they come into play later in the game too. He does reveal me Rocky Helmet, Suicune, which is fine. I'm just 100% stacking my Serena here, so I just want damage on this Suicune. I don't have Trope Kick. My fourth move was Synthesis. I really didn't see any reason in keeping this around. Because even if I synthesized, I was -2, and you probably was going to click Ice Beam anyway, killing me. So I wanted just damage on this. Now I go into my Landorus Eye here, and I think it's time to just boom on this Suicune. As you can see, he does stay in on me, and I do boom on the Suicune. Able to get big damage off on this thing, which walls my Mega Metagross. And now with this thing taking some huge damage, my Mega Metagross can put in some work now because it is in range of really any hit from my Mega Metagross. I do go into my Manectric here though, because I am Specs, because I brought the wrong Manectric. It should have been named the Brain 05, but it's the Brain 05 in our hearts. As you can see, I do kill the Suicune here, which is really nice. Now he does not have a good switch into to my Mega Metagross, because his Shaman is weakened and his Shaman is weakened and his Suicune's dead. So now he does not have a good switch. He doesn't have a good switch in my Terrakion either, actually. He goes into his Primate, but now I know 100% this thing is Scarfed. But I am Scarfed too, so close combat should be able to kill this thing. This thing's defenses is abysmal, but he does live on 1. And that kind of sucks for me, because now I risk losing my Terrakion here, but he does just go for U-turn. So now this thing's going to die to rocks, because he doesn't have any way to remove him. I don't get why he didn't go for a fighting move there to try to take me out. Maybe he thought the close combat was going to kill too. Or maybe he didn't think I was Scarfed. So now he goes into his Deoxys speed. Or maybe that's why he knew he would live a close combat. Now he gets a free switch into his Deoxys. I just want damage on this thing. So I go for the close combat here. I really don't see any reason to keep my Terrakion around. Because in the end, I was thinking I win this game with Mimikyu. I feel like I needed Mimikyu and Mega Metagross more than this. So I don't mind sacking my Terrakion here. Did its job. It did a good job. Did put a hole in the freaking Primate. As now I just go into my Mimikyu, and Mimikyu is able to scare out this Deoxys, actually. I know, he goes for Psy Shock. He goes for Psy Shock. Now I'm thinking he's like, maybe potentially Kasiba Berry, or whatever the hell the berry is for ghosts. But I do end up going for an SD here. Or maybe with some kind of bulky set that could potentially take a Shadow Claw from this. See, I kind of regretted that play after... I kind of regret that SD play. I maybe should have went right for the Shadow Claw, but I was thinking he would switch. I was thinking he would switch, fearing the Shadow Sneak. So... I was thinking he would switch, fearing the Shadow Claw. So I didn't think he would stay and just break my disguise. As he goes into his Lipard, and this thing is a problem. Because it could have foul play. I didn't want to risk that, so I decided to just hard switch into my Manectric. Because even if he goes for foul play, it's going to be doing 0 to my Manectric, as he does right there reveal the foul play, which could have been detrimental to my Mimikyu. So now Manectric definitely does force this thing out, as he's able to go, as he just sacks his Heatran. Probably just, as he doesn't die to the rocks, so I just Volt Switch. But now I get the switch initiative, and I think I just go right into my Mega Metagross here. Because he really has nothing that wants to... take a Meteor Mash from my Mega Metagross. This thing is a beast. As he goes into his... He goes back into his Deoxys. It's going to take the rocks damage. As I just Mega here, and I think I just go for the Bullet Punch. To try to get some damage. It was a roll to kill. Even if he was the bulky set, it was a roll to kill from this range. So I decided to just go for the Bullet Punch here. And I go for the Bullet Punch. I don't get the roll. And he reveals his Z move, which is the Ghost DMZ, or the Dark DMZ. I don't know. They both kind of look similar, the Ghost DMZ dance and the Dark DMZ dance. They both look similar. I really don't know which one is which. That was Dark DMZ. Okay, really doesn't matter, because I knew either way he was going to do the same amount of damage. I did calc, if he was a modest, he kills me, but if he's not modest, I live. And as you can see, he is not modest, because I am able to live it. And I just go for another bullet punch here, and I'm able to take out this Deoxys. At this point, I was thinking my Mimikyu wins me the game. With the Deoxys down, I was thinking at this point the Mimikyu does win me the game. Mimikyu plus Manectric should be enough to win me this game. I wasn't keeping track of his Mons either. I thought he still had... I forgot this was his last Mon. And I actually choked pretty hard here. I actually thought this... I actually was playing like he still had this Shaman Sack in the back. I forgot I killed that with the... I forgot I killed that with... What's his name? So he is able to knock off kill me here. I forgot I killed that with my... what's it called? With my Serena. So I do go into my Electric Doge here instead of just winning with Mimikyu. Because I could take a foul play. And knockoff is going to be able to kill me here. See, that was a... I could have won 2-0. Because I am able to take a knockoff. And I am able to take a foul play from this... Didn't matter anyway because Mimikyu won me the game. I thought he still had the Shaman Sack in the back. I wasn't keeping track of his Mons. That's the downside of playing Wi-Fi. And I just go for Woodhammer here, taking him out, because it is... Shadow Claw was a roll from that range without the Spooky Blade, so I just wanted... So Woodhammer guaranteed the kill. And that's going to be the game. GG, Aberforth. Was a tough one. I almost choked there in the end, though. I almost choked there in the end, because I thought you still had Shaman in the back as a sack. That's why I went into Manectric and clicked Overheat, predicting the switch. The Shaman sack right there. And then I still won with Mimikyu anyway. So in the end, Mimikyu would have won me the game anyway. I maybe should have just won the Mimikyu right off the bat. So Manectric didn't get a death, and I could have won 2-0 instead of 1-0. So GG, and next week we take on Johnny GB and his Oregon Ducklets, who are, I believe, 3-0 right now. 3-0 plus 9. He's the division leader. So battle for the division right here. I think even if I 6-0, I'm 2-0 plus 1. So if I 6-0 next week plus 7, if I 6-0, I take the division. So I have to win by... I'm not doing math now. Anyway, I just want to win next week. So let's panic out. I'll see you guys next week against Johnny GB and the Ducklets. Peace!